Hi, welcome to Freezer Meals 101. I'm Christy.
And I'm Charla, and today we are doing a make-ahead brunch.
Yay!
And Christy has her...
I wear my brunch shirt. And if you weren't sure what it was for, it says this is my brunch shirt. So I was saving it just for this video.
Like, who has a brunch shirt?
I don't know why I have it. It's been in my closet for years, and I'm like...
And it's not super fancy, so it's not like you could go out to like a posh
fancy
restaurant.
No, it's
brunch.
not a posh fancy brunch shirt. This is mimosas on the back deck kind of. And then we go golfing later kind of brunch shirt. It's the relaxed brunch.
Yeah. Chill.
Yes. A chill brunch. Yes. So I wear my brunch shirt to celebrate our make-ahead brunches.
We are making some yummy food today.
Oh yeah, I am going to show you how to make, what is it? Cinnamon honey butter. Because we're also making
Buttermilk Waffles. So those could go on top of that, or they can go on toast or bagels, or just on your fruit. The cinnamon honey butter, like you could dip fruit in there, right?
Oh, I think you could.
That would be good.
And it freezes good.
It freezes up
Very
to
nice.
2 months. Which is less than a lot of our things freeze, but
I don't think it'll last that
No.
long. I mean, you're making this ahead for a brunch.
Yeah.
Are you making this in case you have a brunch, or are you planning for your brunch? You're planning for your brunch, so you make this for your brunch.
Totally. It's going to be great.
Yes.
We are also doing a frittata. Now, I've been making frittatas for years, and I think in my Make Ahead Christmas breakfast video last year, I might have done a similar frittata with you. That one I did in the tray, frozen the tray, thawed it, and baked it, and it was amazing. It worked perfectly.
She makes a good frittata. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of an invention, but it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, what we're gonna do is actually freeze it in the bag.
Because you can.
Totally.
So many things can be frozen in the bag instead of in your containers. And you just thought you dump it into your casserole dish and then you cook it. And it saves a lot of room in your freezer.
Saves a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
We recently did over 100 freezer meals. I'm gonna put a video right there. And we actually this time used a lot more containers than we usually use.
We did. And do you know what? My freezer is feeling bulky these days because of the
we used
containers.
the foil trays instead of the bags. I mean, we did use some bags, don't get me wrong. I don't have room for like 50 foil trays.
And they're hard to stack and they crush on each other, and the bags are easier. But so we're doing frittata in a bag.
Frittata in a bag and Hashbrown Casserole, because we always do Hashbrown Casserole. We're going to add sausage this
time. And what kind of brunch doesn't have Hashbrown Casserole?
Totally.
Yes.
You can add some hot sauce or ketchup or whatever. Or
I know, I'm hungry.
Oh, these are good.
These are good.
And then we're doing breakfast bowls.
Breakfast bowls. And what's in them? There's hash browns, an egg, a little bit of
sausage, and
some peppers.
Peppers, cheese.
And some cheese. And they are delish. And they're individual sized.
Yeah, they're like for if you want to have, because when you live by yourself, you still deserve to have brunch. My goodness.
And that way you can have a brunch bowl. Everything is right there.
So I think that qualifies as a brunch. So we're gonna get started. We'll show you how to make all these things. You can find the recipes in the description below, the recipes that we have. Some of the things we're inventing on the fly, and then we have to test them and see if they're good. And if they're good, we will put those recipes in the Freezer Meals 101 Club. And do we have anything else to tell them?
I want you to subscribe and click like on this video. I want you to head over to Facebook and find us in our Facebook group. It's a really great group. It's the nicest group on the internet. And then I want you to check out our Freezer Meals 101 Club, where you can go in and do large batch freezer meals. You can do small batch freezer meals. It has recipes, it has the ingredients, and it has assembly instructions and cooking methods. Everything you need is in there, and it's all customizable so that you can pick what you want, and you can fill your freezers like we do, because really
it generates your shopping list. And
did I not say about the shopping list?
I don't know.
That's okay.
And then
we're excited about it.
And there's breakfast recipes in there too. You can filter by course and by protein, and you can filter a million ways in there. But yeah, you can click the little breakfast thing and it'll generate all the breakfast recipes that are in there. So you got a lot more brunch ideas than just what we're showing you today.
Absolutely. And these could show up in the Freezer Meal Club in the near future. You
The
never know.
frittata is going to be in there very soon because it's just yum.
It's so good.
And the buttermilk waffles are in there, so you'll find them there.
Absolutely. So join us in the club, join us on Facebook, join us on YouTube. You could join us everywhere, except for like, if you came to our house, that'd be weird.
That'd be creepy. We're neighbors.
Yeah,
so,
this isn't my house. This is Charlotte's house.
But coming to either of our houses would be strange.
Yeah, don't do that. But we'll see you in the club. We'll see you in the club. I am making cinnamon honey butter. You can put this on toast. You can put it on waffles. You can dip your fruit in it. You can do whatever you want with this, and it's going to be delicious. Pretty simple. It's got a cup of butter at room temperature. I'm going to add a bit of salt. This is unsalted butter. 1 cup of icing sugar, half a cup of honey, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And I'm going to mix it with the electric beater, and I'm going to put it in a bag. This one would actually be not bad in a little container as well. That would be easy to freeze, and then you can just take it out on your brunch day, let it thaw, and let your guests enjoy it and think that you slaved over it all morning.
Oh, it would be good on muffins.
Be good on muffins.
So good on muffins.
It would be good on muffins. It'd be good on everything. It would be good in things.
Some zucchini loaves?
So if you're doing something that you need butter in it, you could do, like, because I've had cinnamon honey in the past that I've used from a local apiary. There's lots of things you can do with this. Yes, enjoy.
I love this buttermilk waffle recipe. I have been making it for so many years, and I love that you can reheat them in the toaster, and my kids love them. What's not to love about a buttermilk waffle? So these can be reheated individually for those busy weekday mornings, or of course you can use them to feed a crowd at a weekend brunch. And you can pair them with the homemade cinnamon butter that we're going to be making today. And so it just takes that brunch to a whole new level. You can of course top them with whatever you want, syrup, whipped cream, strawberries, whatever fruit, or that cinnamon butter with a combination of those other things. However you top these, they are delicious. We're doing 6 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons sugar, a tablespoon and a half of salt, 6 tablespoons baking powder, 6 eggs lightly beaten, 4 cups of buttermilk, 4 cups of milk, and some melted butter or oil. You can find the recipe for this in the Freezer Meals 101 Club, and you can find the link for that down below. These are incredible. I love my waffle maker. I used to try to make waffles with the little mini waffle maker, and it took me forever. This one makes 4 at a time. But better than that, they are bread size, so they fit in a toaster. So that works super well when my kids want to make themselves a quick breakfast before school or whatever. So, or I like them too. So I can stick them in the toaster. Anyway, I will put the link for the waffle maker down below. The important thing to know when you're freezing waffles is that you want to freeze them flat first on a cookie sheet and then transfer them to a freezer bag. That way they won't stick together. You do want to wait until they cool a bit before putting them in the freezer so that you don't heat the freezer up, and that way they also just freeze better.
Every good brunch needs a good Hashbrown Casserole, and this is ours. It's fantastic. It's got melted butter, cream of mushroom soup, a large onion that's diced, shredded cheddar cheese, a bit of pepper, of course hash browns, and today we are also adding some Italian sausage. This is the spicy variety and it's been browned already, and some evaporated milk. And boy, is this one good.
All right, we are going to get to the frittata. I started making this. My cousin is a chef. He is an amazing chef in Toronto, Canada. And one time when he was in town for a wedding, he made brunch the next day and made frittata. I had never heard of it before, but I have been making this one since. So it's kind of morphed over the years, but I do 10 to 12 eggs, some heavy cream, sour cream. I saute vegetables. It changes. Sometimes I add some artichokes in there. Today we've got zucchini, red pepper, and onion that we've sauteed in some butter and oil. You can do just butter or just oil, whatever. Some salt and pepper, fresh rosemary, which makes it yum. I grew that in my herb garden. And some Swiss cheese that's been grated. So it's really good. And when it bakes up, it's just fluffy and amazing. There you have it, brunch frittata. We're gonna make breakfast bowls, and I know they're not exactly brunchy, but our thinking was, what about people who live alone? They deserve to have a nice Sunday brunch too. And so this is a great one for being able to just have a nice hearty brunch by yourself on a Sunday morning or any morning. So to make these, we crisped up a 1 kilogram bag of hash browns, cooked the whole bag, and we cooked it on a cookie sheet in the oven for way longer than I thought because I wanted them to just be really nice and crispy. Didn't want them to get soggy when reheating, so they're nice and crispy. Then we scrambled up some eggs. I fried up some turkey sausage and sliced that. You could do any breakfast sausage. This time I just thought it would be nice to do up some breakfast turkey sausage as a change. And so we've gone ahead and put the turkey sausage and eggs on top of the hash browns in these little microwave safe, freezer safe containers. I will link those in the description below if you're looking to find those. They're really handy for individual freezer meals because, like I said, they can be microwaved after they're frozen. So, and they also are dishwasher safe, which I really appreciate. So then we've added some diced red pepper. You could really do any kind of vegetable that you wanted here. Onions, peppers, jalapenos. I guess that's a pepper too, but you know what I'm saying. Use some of your favorite veggies here. And then we're just topping it with cheese. Now you have an all-in-one, really hearty breakfast for 1 or 2 people that can be eaten as a weekday on the go breakfast or for a nice Sunday or weekend brunch. There you have it.
There you have it. That was a really nice brunch.
This is gonna be amazing. And you guys can do this. You can make these and impress your guests. And like the nice thing about it is if you've got something coming up and it's gonna be a really busy weekend, you've got a wedding to go to, you got out of town guests, perfect for out of town guests, anything like that, we're gonna be really busy. You make this a few weeks ahead and then that day, your guests are sleeping, you wake up, you pull things out, you know, you thaw all your stuff, you get it baking, and then they wake up and they're like, How did you have time to do that?
Right? When you're just sitting there in your crisp pressed blouse and with your mimosa. Or your brunch shirt.
Oh, good morning. Or like sipping your tea while you read a book.
Yeah, like you've not been slaving away at all. No, enjoy your freezer meals, enjoy your brunch, and thank you so much for coming along with us on this video.
We're gonna put a video right there to some of our other make-ahead breakfast recipes because we've also got some weekday breakfasts that are great grab and go. So
Absolutely. Yep. Get in there and check them out.
happy cooking.
It's called The Far Side, and it's by Gary Larson. And he had one that had this boy watching his waffle iron like this, and it said, "Warren Leibovitz, slave to the waffle light."